What's good YouTube? Welcome back to the most heartbreaking things i-dle said on camera, part 2.
We did a part 1. It was a really good video.
Yeah.
Part 1 was really heartbreaking. We'll put it up in the right side corner right here. So
Part 1 has some crazy
Who
stuff.
didn't see the part 1, go watch it.
Let's take a look at some of the most heartbreaking things i-dle's
Most.
ever said on camera. Blackpink's Jennie.
Jennie.
From Blackpink has been called
Jennie
many
from
things
Blackpink.
throughout her career. Lazy, cold, shady, snob, ice princess,
Ice
and many other names
princess,
that are
bro.
way worse. I could never mention them in connection with her. The amount of hate Jennie gets is just staggering, and
Queen of slacking off. If she didn't slack off, then it's not Jennie. Every comeback she has to do, she's got us that. Don't ask if you'll ask. YG is lazy concept. But
Alright.
this looks like she's
saying that she's the
dancing
target
kind of
of ruthless
goddamn, bro.
remarks and nasty comments because how successful and popular she's got. It's undeniable that Jennie is freaking talented, and what's more, that
Damn,
she's
she's so
absolutely
beautiful,
stunning.
bro.
So when all these are piled up,
She
haters
looks
come in
stunning.
as big victim.
got
Obviously,
a
this
big
can take a
victim.
toll on anyone's mental health, and Jennie herself struggled tremendously. During one interview, the members of Blackpink were asked, "You are still in your early 20s, but how does each of you imagine your 30s to be like?" All the other members replied by saying things like they want to be healthy, travel a lot, and do music. But Jennie said a thing that made many blinks cry. When she thought about her 30s, she had this to share. "I wish I'm getting closer to happiness. By that time, I wish to find the happiness that I dream of and get closer to it even just by little." There's no surprise that she wants to be happy, but leading a crazy
That's
public life
Rever's
with an internationally
vision.
known idol might not always go in hand with that. All I can say is that I hope that she finds her true happiness and will do things that she's passionate about. Loco. In 2020, the rapper who's always full of
God
positive
damn,
energy
Loco?
was passionate about. Loco.
That's a
In
cool
2020,
name.
the
That
rapper
girl
who's
has
always
some
full of
vision, though.
positive energy and spreads love and cheeky smiles all around, shed some light on a sad memory that he just cannot forget. In a video titled "You Asleep," Loco joins young children and has a conversation with them before they indeed go to sleep. At first, he was asked by one kid, "Why can't you fall asleep?" And he replied by, "I think I worry too much." The kid asked him what kind of worries he had, and Loco immediately got really candid. He said, "I was recently released from the military. I worry about what I have to do to return to my previous self, to work more happily like I used to in the past. How can I make a comeback? Will people accept me again?" Now, if you think that
God
this is a
damn, imagine how rough it is, bro.
Yeah.
You are in your prime, like the BTS situation right now, I think.
Yeah.
When you come back, like, are you gonna be in that prime again, or how people are gonna welcome you?
Yeah.
Get ready for the next thing Loco shared, because when I watched that, I had started to sob like crazy. The rapper asked a boy what was on his mind, and the kid said that his friends at school kind of mistreated him. That young boy said that he worries about it a lot and that he gets upset by it. Loco immediately started to think about a proper answer for the boy's worries, and his words were so heartbreaking that just repeating them makes me emotional. Loco said, "I think that's a complicated problem. To be honest, I as well have a lot of people who don't like me. Others tell me to not care about them, but it's not easy as it sounds, right? There was one time when I went
Others
on a
tell
website
me
where they were to not care about
Do
them.
not care
But
about
it's
it.
not easy as it sounds,
Maybe
right?
you love
There was
someone.
one time when I went on a website where there were a lot of bad words about me. I blocked that whole website, and that made me a bit happier. It would be really great if I could block it out like that." The fact that Loco was strong enough to share that he has a hard time dealing with haters only proves what an amazing idol he really is. Go and support him because he deserves it like no one else.
Loco, okay.
We need to talk about SF9 and their heartbreaking speech on Kingdom after they landed on last place. If you don't know Kingdom, it's an Mnet show where various groups compete against each other. Each week, they have to prepare a spectacular performance, and this means that every episode they have to outdo themselves. Now, what happens if
Imagine
the
how
match makes
tough
it
that
right
is.
here? The evaluation of the show is low-key terrible and makes the cast members only shake in fear. On April 15 this year, the results of that week's performances were revealed and SF9 landed last. No one knows why, no one knows how, because their performance was simply amazing. The group got 444,444 points from the professional evaluation and 0 votes from the self-evaluation. When SF9 members heard this, they were left speechless and obviously extremely hurt. One of the members, Taeyang, reacted to this information with touching words. "If I say I don't feel sad, then that's a lie." After that, he continued with saying,
They
"I'm
got
sad."
0 votes from the judges, right?
Yeah.
No, it was not from the judges.
And will make a better
He
performance
said
for the
about
next
self
stage. The other
something.
members in the group did not stay quiet too. Their emotions fully came out in the individual interviews. In some said, "When I first heard about our rank, I was upset. Nobody voted for us in the self-evaluation. What's more, we heard the results in front of the other artists. So honestly, I felt ashamed. I was thinking, how did they feel about our stage? It must have been not impressive at all. Did they think that we're not good at performing?" He was obviously heartbroken by the results and said that although he tried to not show his feelings, he just couldn't help himself. Each member was visibly discouraged. It almost seemed like they really wanted to quit the show. However, people often came to the immediate
no.
support to be discouraged. It almost seemed like they
It almost seemed like they really wanted to quit the show. Really?
really wanted to quit the show. However, people then came to the immediate support and
Later. Net Kingdom Legendary War 3 episode ranking results. Needs point out 3 groups that was basically biased by Mnet in episode 2 of Kingdom.
Kingdom Legendary.
Did you see that one? Mnet is trash, it said.
Netizens
Yeah, Mnet is trash with Sunmi.
and manipulated, and many go to such extent that they say that the show was made for 2 groups, and the others are just some villains. Specific comments are, I feel like you can see who the show is promoting, and this is so obvious who the show is for. This just made me support SF9 even more. Stray Kids is Felix. We're about to go down
Felix.
Oh, we got
Oh.
Felix.
IZONE with this one. Remember the survival reality show Stray Kids had to go through because Trevi's strange ways of entertainment? Well, if you've watched the show and if you're a fan of Stray Kids, you must remember the time when Felix was eliminated and was told that he would not be part of the group. Trevi argues that
was
it's because of his lack
eliminated,
of Korean language skills and that he needs to work more on improving it in order
Lack
to
of
leave.
Korean
The other
language
members
skills.
started to immediately cry when they heard that Felix would not be debuting with them and that he's getting
That's
eliminated.
heartbreaking
Felix
moment.
couldn't hold his tears either and ended up apologizing, saying that he is very sorry. However, the most emotional part came when Bamchan approached him and expressed his feelings too. He said, always find me, yeah? I'm not gonna leave you behind. The boys just kept on crying. Chanmin, while hugging Felix, said, Hyung is sorry. Hyung really is. And Felix sobbing replied by, why do you have to be sorry, Hyung? I think it's safe to say that the conversation between Chan and Felix
Bro,
made all
imagine Stray Kids without Felix. That would have been a
It's funny
different.
though that everyone thought
That
that
was
Felix
Yeah.
was
That would have been a
and
different
now his
group.
iconic line in God's menu is the one that made Stray Kids go viral.
I'm a
It's
5-star
the
Michelin.
5-star Michelin. Hits different and we all know that. Dreamcatcher's got him.
From like a
It's
show
only appropriate to mention these
Dreamcatcher?
amazing talented girls who have been
Yeah.
doing nothing but a great job ever since their debut. Dreamcatcher are often referred to as the underdogs of K-pop because they have never won a single award with their comeback. The issue is that they obviously deserve the awards. Their music is beyond original and they get millions of views with each comeback. They have won 2 awards so far, and those are one for Promising Idol and the other was Best Global Artist in Taiwan. Now, the members of Dreamcatcher all hope to win something one day, and that would be connected more closely to their comebacks, and their fans are always there to remind them of how much they love them. When in 2020 they released a series of videos titled Between Dreamcatcher and Me, we could hear Gahyun talk about this, and it was one of the saddest things I've ever heard a Dreamcatcher member say. While crying, Gahyun had an emotional moment with her fans during which she asked them for support and love. And after that, she asked a serious question. You'll stick with us till the end, right? If you don't, I'll be disappointed. She couldn't hold it in anymore and started to sob. The sad thing is that literally before the video was posted, Dreamcatcher intended to show their comeback and once again didn't win. I think it's really time to give these girls some recognition because they work so hard, it's almost
Dreamcatcher.
unbelievable. Let's show them how much we love them with their next
Their
comeback,
beast looks
guys.
sick.
Simon Dominic is a big name in the
Who's
Korean
this
rap
guy,
scene. Although he seems to be a super laid back and chill guy, he revealed in 2018 some of his biggest struggles that he has experienced because of being in the spotlight. When he was working on his album, there was so much pressure on him that he completely lost appetite and any desires. Simon said that he was totally drained from energy because he paid all of his focus to creating his next album. Because of this, he lost 5 kilograms in the process. Barely
That's
eat it.
crazy, bro. Imagine just turning 18 and you have the pressure of the world in your shoulders.
Yeah.
So he lost 5 kilograms?
Yeah, for not eating.
For doing
Just
that.
a few
Bro,
weeks after the
imagine.
show Home Alone aired, he
This
suddenly
crazy.
released a track called Nino J Park, which many thought was a diss track towards Jay. With this song, Simon announced that he would be resigning and stepping down from his co-CEO position of AOMG, and that he cannot take the hate and pressure anymore. Simon had been battling with depression for years back then, and when people constantly compared him to J Park, it felt like he cannot be himself, but he has to pretend to be someone who he's not. He recorded the song in one take and let out all of his feelings. Simon raps, AOMG is all about Jay, then it's Loco, then it's Gray. Last year, their stack of papers were quite thicker than mine. Simon revealed that his work process is different from Jay's and that he constantly underestimates himself because of this. In the song, he also talks about how well Jay is doing while he's suffering. Simon said, the weight of responsibility is tilted more and more. My stages have no conscience, just recycling a few old hits. Feeling thankful yet sorry to all the fans who come to watch. He revealed that it was hard for him to keep up with Jay's speed and that doing the business was simply not for him. At almost the very end of the song, Simon says, I'm the most of myself when I'm a rapper. That's the only time I have faith. Ever since he had stopped down from the co-CEO position, he's been doing so much better. Simon is an epitome of Korean rap, and if you're not supporting him, what are you even doing? Woozi. 17's Woozi is an amazing music
Woozi
producer,
of
one of the
17?
sweetest idols I've ever seen. He himself produces and composes the majority of music for 17, so we have to thank him for all the bops he has blessed us with so far. In the show's 17 project, he had an emotional moment during which he had shared how he truly feels about doing all of the work. Woozi revealed that he feels overwhelmed by all the responsibility he has to bear. He started to immediately cry while saying, I actually feel very sorry. I need to write all the songs without anyone noticing. The situation becomes stressful. I
All
feel
the
so
songs,
thankful
bro,
that,
for
but honestly,
13 members.
I feel like I'm the only one who will determine all 13 members' future. I feel so tired.
Dang.
I swear to God, I thought crying. You are. Okay, I'm crying. Woozi continued by saying that he is so close with the rest of the group that he just didn't feel like he could mention it. I thought, if things don't work out for us, what should I do? I think he was very brave to share with us his feelings that he had been bottling up for so long. What an amazing artist and such a role model. We love you, Woozi. Twice is Tzuyu. This
So
time,
what we
we
got
don't look
twice?
specifically at what was said, but how it was delivered. When in 2016, Tzuyu struck a controversy by waving the Taiwanese flag. It seemed like her career was over. She was accused of supporting the Taiwan independence movement, and Chinese netizens turned completely against her. All the activities and promotions for Twice in China were immediately cancelled, and J Entertainment had to make a decision. They came up with a solution in order to save the reputation of Twice and forced Tzuyu to film an apology video.
Singer's apology for waving her own goddamn flag stirred backlash of its own.
In which she was saying that she does not support Taiwan independence. Back then, she was only 16 years old.
Only
Only
16.
16, bro.
How scared she must have been. In the video, she looks
Look
so
how
tired
scared.
that many people thought that she was about to pass out. Tzuyu says, there's only one China. China and Taiwan are one. I've been proud as a Chinese person. When she said this, she took a long break, and it seemed like she wanted to start crying and only forced herself to hold her tears back. After the
Bro,
release
she
of
got
this
forced to be someone else, bro.
apology, thousands of outreach friends
One
turned
of the
against
worst
Tzuyu.
things.
The apology was terribly written by someone from the label. I really cannot imagine what was going through her mind at that time. I still feel sorry for her. And we've come to the end of the video. Feel free to share your own opinions in the comments below. What should I talk about next?
What can
Bro.
you say about this?
This video was rough to watch, bro. The industry really had some pressure on you.
Yeah.
Like all the guys and the girls, like that girl Jenny, Woozi, Tzuyu, and everyone that appeared in the video. Imagine the pressure that they have to be an idol,
Yeah.
getting hated for nothing. Like we saw Tzuyu and then being forced to call herself something that she
Yeah.
isn't. You can see how scared she was at 16.
A big up.
It's really difficult, bro.
Yeah, big up for idols to
Yeah.
getting through this.
Hard
And
thing.
sometimes it goes a lot of stuff behind doors, and it's like that group was the pack too when they didn't get a single vote on that show. That's really something crazy. And also the guy that got all the fame when he was 18, then he just couldn't like keep up with it. That's something that
Yeah.
a lot of, not a lot, but probably most of the artists also do not have it easy, like to deal with. Just imagine today you're like just a human being, then tomorrow you are going crazy on your
Yeah,
country.
being compared to someone else and stuff, there were some difficult situations, and we see how tough of the people K-pop idols are.
Yeah,